But for some strange reason, it's difficult for these women to treat me with the respect that matches the amount of years I've put in.
No, Nicki Minaj with the smoke. Have you guys heard about this entire Nicki Minaj story from yesterday? Yesterday, Nicki Minaj went on this pretty intense rant where she was going off on some female rappers in the industry. I got a couple things to say about this entire thing though, so yeah. Let's talk about her. Now, the queen, Nicki Minaj. It's almost been a year since we last spoke about Nicki. A lot of things have went down with Nicki since then. Most recently, she actually went #1 with her new record, Super Freaky Girl. That record has been doing phenomenal, so shout out to Nicki for touching #1. Although, I gotta say, man, I'm surprised that Do We Have a Problem with Lil Baby didn't go #1. I thought that was a really dope record, but anyway, getting straight into what's going on right now. So yesterday, Nicki Minaj decided to go live on Queen Radio. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, that's Nicki's own show. It was originally started on Apple Music. Now she's working with Amazon Music where the show is available. But anyway, so she did this new episode of Queen Radio and she touched on a couple things. Several female rappers were actually called out on this episode. Not by name though. Before Nicki went on live though, she put up a couple tweets leading up to this. On one tweet she said, "The most dangerous decision in life you can ever make is choosing the wrong side. Y'all don't watch superhero movies? Evil prospers for most of the movie but never wins. The evil stepsisters were loving life until they weren't. Everything done in the dark. Everything." On this other tweet, she tweeted some lyrics from her Super Freaky Girl remix, which dropped around 2 days ago. I ain't talking Spanish when I say señorita. Told that bitch ghostwriter, yo, señorita. Oh, you ain't no hoe? Ask Wikipedia. This definitely seems like a subliminal shot at Cardi B, who has actually admitted to not writing all of her records. She followed that up with these tweets right here. The fact that the truth is coming out now. Ha ha ha. God will reveal the truth in the funniest of ways. Praise him. On this tweet she said, "Hey, can't hide." And then on this one right here she said, "I'm so glad you're mad." So it was right after this that she went live, but before she did that, gotta go through a couple more things. Gotta, provide you with all the necessary context, right? I got you. So what happened after this? The Shade Room, which is a media outlet, they put up this post on their Instagram with the caption, "Looks like the rap girlies had a lot to get off their chest." So on the post itself, it was essentially a compilation of, a bunch of tweets from several female rappers where it appears as if they might have just taken a shot at Nicki Minaj herself. The first tweet was from rapper Asian Doll. If you guys don't know who that is, she's a Dallas native, was the late King Von's ex. Siding with bitches who had plans to end you is crazy, she said. This next tweet is from Lakia. She's a 21-year-old Milwaukee rapper who's currently signed to Quality Control Music. It's such a thin line between being supportive and dick eating. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. These next two tweets are actually from Coi Leray, and I'm sure you're familiar with her. Talked about her multiple times on here. Coi Leray said, "Industry so weird, only if y'all know the half. Yuck." Anyways, she continued by saying, "Be careful from fake smiles" on this other tweet. So Nicki Minaj actually ended up commenting under this specific post. She dropped a whole lot of comments going off, and this is just a prelude to what she said on Queen Radio. On the first comment she said, "Did I push these hoes out of my I'm responsible for one person, and that's Papa Bear. That's her son. Take it up with y'all management and the labels if y'all can't pop clown ass hoes." On this other tweet she said, "Why y'all trying to make it look like I'm responding to this clown shit when all my tweets were posted before these girls' tweets?" On tweet number 3 she said, "Knock it off. When I tell you I don't give a damn. Ha ha ha. Shout out to the girls on the Queen mix. They congratulated me on going #1. So I asked them to be on my remix. Who gon' check me, boo? Bitches. Ain't got enough cash in the bank for that." On this next tweet she said, "Take it up with the white man. Y'all want the black woman to promote y'all for free while the white man make all the money." On this next tweet she said, "Y'all can never be happy for other girls, but I'm the bitter one. Ha ha ha. Stay the fuck mad. Cow." Sucker of the Day awards is being given out on Queen Radio tonight, entitled "Crying Ass, Jealous As." Just some important context behind this last tweet I just read. One of the things that Nicki Minaj spoke about on Queen Radio as it relates to this whole story is, apparently, according to Nicki herself, the female rappers she's calling out, they were allegedly salty that they weren't featured on the Super Freaky Girl remix. The Super Freaky Girl remix actually has 5 different female rappers on it: JT, Bia, Katie Got Bands, Akbar V, Malibu Mitch are the names on it. Just to clarify, Nicki's not going at none of these artists. They were, like I said, featured on the remix because according to Nicki, they congratulated her on this #1, so she wanted to pay him back by putting them on her record. So now this tweet right here makes a little bit more sense. According to Nicki, the female rappers she called out weren't so supportive of these other women in the genre getting this big opportunity. So now let's move on to the highlight of this video, which is what Nicki said on Queen Radio.
For the last 2 to 3 years of my life, I've watched and sat back, SATBACK, while people have not only dragged my name through the mud, but have tried to erase me and to downplay my efforts and my achievements. I've watched and sat back while people knowingly lied on me, spread lies on me, and gained from it. Never once yet have I gone to the media crying and showing the receipts that I have for what people have done to me. There have been people that I've worked with because someone else asked me to work with them. And I still have the text messages where I said to the person bringing the request, the feature request, I say things like, I don't think she really likes me. And then the person goes, oh, yes, she does. She loves you. Oh, my God, Nicki Minaj, da, da, da. You know, the whole spiel. I can always tell.
So on this part, she's talking about Coi Leray, who of course this year got a Nicki feature. Like Nicki stated, someone from the music industry approached her with a request to collaborate with Coi Leray. Before she did the feature, however, Nicki was hesitant about whether or not Coi Leray was actually messing with Nicki like that. She continued by saying this.
Because in life and in your business life, there's a time to speak and there's a time not to speak. And the problem is, I fear, that so many young women have been facing is that they can't master the art of knowing when to apply those 2 very simple options I just gave you. Let me ask y'all something. What if you did a song with somebody, right? You promoted the shit out the song. You shot a video till wee hours of the morning when you have a young child. You go hard on a social media campaign begging this person up. You spend hours talking to the person on the phone, giving them tips and pointers. You tell the person, hey, I even planned a couple things for you for your album rollout, etc.
So on this part, Nicki was talking about how much she supported Coi Leray when she was coming up, and Nicki's not lying. I do remember how she was parading for Coi Leray during the whole hate train she was going through. So Nicki not only stood up for her, but she also defended her, which I thought was really dope. Nicki also stated how she invested her own time, money, and energy to make the collab pop, so she allegedly went out of her way to help her.
Now keep in mind, listen to this. Onika Tanya Mirage currently that you know of, because I have some in the one, it's happening, but currently that you know of, you don't know Nicki to have signed any female rappers, right? So when I blow these girls up or help, because I know that I can't make anybody, one person can't make anybody. And even with the girls that were on the Queen Mix, I was just talking to one of them earlier, and I was like, I can't change your life. You know, when people be like, oh my God, it's about to change my life. This is not going to change your life. Hard work consistently changes your life with great talent to match and a little bit of luck and a little bit of timing and God's favor. Okay? Always know that. But see, Onika Tanya Mirage, if I were a man, I would probably already be the president of, I was talking to Avery Lippman the other day, and he said to me, you have to give a master class one day on marketing and promotion. You're so good, Nikki. And I said, yeah. I said, around this time in Jay-Z's career, he was made president of Def Jam. I said, Avery, okay, make me president of a republic and let's talk if you want to motherfucking talk, right? But either way, you know, you guys should know I really genuinely love my label. I genuinely love and respect the people at my label. And so, of course, I have brought my label to Republic. So it's the same thing, you know, like how I signed to Young Money through Republic. My label currently is run through me to Republic, right? None of these pissy tail hoes would ever go up to any white man that's running these labels and demand any fucking thing. You can't even get in their fucking office. You gotta wait in line. You gotta speak to a receptionist if you've never sold albums yet. But for some strange reason, it's difficult for these women to treat me with the respect that matches the amount of years I've put in. It's difficult for these women to be happy and congratulate 5 other women who are so happy right now, trying to steal their joy every time I work with somebody. Y'all try to drag them down. Y'all try to steal their joy. So let me guess. Let me put a new song out and put you on it. You crybaby ass, entitled ass, bum ass bitch. Let me put you on a motherfucking song, oh. But then you're gonna expect everybody to congratulate you, right? What I'm getting at is, bitch, you ain't signing me. I don't owe you pissy tail hoes nothing. Fuck wrong with you bitches? Just because I'm quiet, just because I've tried to be fucking nice, y'all think I'm fucking stupid? And I don't give a fuck what blog you just put this on. Suck my dick, bitch. Can't y'all tell I'm in a different motherfucking level? I'm in a different fucking realm that I don't give a fuck.
So on this part, Nicki touched on some of the saltiness that allegedly came from the women she called out. She stated how she didn't like how they weren't supportive of the other rappers who were featured on the remix getting this opportunity. After that, Nicki continued speaking on Coi Leray, who she said has a nasty, dirty, stinking, disgusting heart. That's crazy. Nicki was essentially saying that Coi Leray wasn't so loyal to her despite everything she had done for her. As a matter of fact, according to Nicki, she was allegedly talking behind her back. She also, according to Nicki, got mad that Nicki Minaj promoted her own song over their collab, saying that Nicki had some sort of ulterior motive because she dropped a record of her own around the same time Blick Blick, which is the collab, came out.
You see, y'all don't know that being quiet doesn't mean you don't see. I see. I see all the fake motherfucking love. I be laughing. They be having it so motherfucking figured out and calculated. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this to her a few times on Instagram. I'm gonna get a picture with her, and then I'm gonna ask such and such, can he get me a song with her? And then, man, shut your sucking lips the fuck up. Dirty assholes. Who the fuck are you? You'll never make it. Mark my words, you'll never.
So that's the last clip from Queen Radio that I'll be playing. She said a whole lot of other stuff aside from this. I definitely want to give my take on this entire thing though. First of all this is according to Nicki Minaj, so it's allegedly. She didn't say no names during this rant, but reading in between the lines, it's very evident who she was talking about. The Coi Leray stuff is mainly what I want to focus on, and I think that is the most interesting thing here, right? Coi Leray wasn't so loyal, said some things behind the scenes, behind her back, and was ungrateful for the opportunity she got blessed with. The tipping point for Nicki speaking on this publicly, it seems like, was because of those tweets Coi Leray put up where she was talking about how the industry is fake and whatnot. From where Nicki stands, she's calling out these female rappers essentially for what she feels like is disrespect. I can't confirm if everything she's saying is 100% true, but what I can say is that Nicki Minaj has officially lived long enough to see herself become the villain. Nicki Minaj at one point used to be the hero for all the women in hip-hop. The thing with Nicki though is the fact that she never acted, right? She never really took on that hero role even though people put that label on her. What do I mean when I say this? Well, a big reason why I'm saying this is this. It's related to the criticism she's received throughout the years, regarding the fact that she hasn't supported a lot of not only female acts but artists, period. Definitely a big criticism Nicki's received throughout the years, and if you ask me, I think this one is actually valid because I can't think of any rapper Nicki Minaj has truly put on. She's handed out a whole lot of features throughout the years, obviously, like any other artist. Like as an example, the Chirac verse on G Herbo's record in 2014, or the With the Way Life Goes feature from 2017, Louis verse song. On top of that, out of the few artists Nicki has signed, none of them have really went on to have even remotely successful careers. As an example, the two artists she signed sometime back in 2012, Brinks and Parker. You don't really hear much about him after that, and one of them actually ended up suing Nicki Minaj for $200 million last year for allegedly jacking his song. But anyway, I digress. The point I was trying to make is this: I think there's a lot of validity to this criticism. With that being said, as it relates to this specific situation, I think Nicki Minaj unfortunately has lost that hero title, which has definitely made her not as relatable to the females in the game. I think it's kind of created this perception of Nicki Minaj doesn't care about female rap unless it benefits her. This shift has especially been very evident these last couple years with the rise of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. From where Nicki Minaj is standing though, she's had to take a lot of BS throughout her time in the game. Basically, Nicki Minaj took a lot of the punches so the people who were coming up after her didn't have to. You can't deny that Nicki Minaj paved the way big time for a lot of the women in the game who are thriving right now. That's something you can't take away from her, and I'm always gonna give her credit for that. This is also why I don't think Nicki Minaj is ever gonna see eye to eye with her female contemporaries. They didn't have to go through what she went through. They didn't have the burden of breaking down the doors in the mainstream or force. Yes, people like Foxy Brown or Lil Kim paved the way for Nicki to thrive, but no one has been able to do it at the level she has. And you know what? I think this has definitely created a lot of resentment towards Nicki. Nicki Minaj should indeed get the utmost respect from not only anyone in the genre of hip-hop, period, but especially the women. The fact that the respect and admiration for Nicki has gone down a couple notches just in the last couple years should be a sign of what I'm talking about. Do I think Nicki Minaj was out of line for what she said? Not if those subliminals were actually aimed at her, which I think they were. About that, by the way, beefing with Nicki Minaj as a female rapper is probably the worst decision you can make from a business standpoint. Let's just put it like that. All in all, I think Nicki ironically has become the villain in the female rap sphere. Outside of her fan base, I don't think people are rooting for Nicki as much as they once used to. Part of that is self-inflicted. Part of it is not. From where I stand, a lot of people have just grown to resent Nicki as time has went on. That being the case, does Nicki Minaj deserve to get disrespected like this? Absolutely not. But yeah, Nicki Minaj goes off on female rappers. Any thoughts on this? What do you guys think about this entire Nicki Minaj story? Like we covered, she went off on the women in the genre of hip-hop yesterday after what we talked about. Do you have any thoughts on that? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Let's talk about this.